Clear tonight, low 62. For tomorrow, partly sunny, high 82. Cloudy and 85 on Friday. For Saturday, partly sunny, high 90. And for Sunday, partly sunny with a high 85. Overnight, low 69. Yesterday's high was 89. Just under an inch of rainfall here on the hill east of Fairfield yesterday morning. Currently, humidity at 93%. Winds are calm. The pressure at 29.97. Right now, sunshine and 73 here at the WFIW studios east of Fairfield.
Uh-oh. Guess what day it is? Guess what day it is? Huh? Anybody? Julie, hey, guess what day it is? Oh, come on, I know you can hear me. Mike. What day is it, Mike? Leslie, guess what today is?
It's hump day.
Woo-woo!
K-O.
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 K-O. K-O.
Oh, it is. We love Hump Day here because we've got the great K.O. Ken Odie in with us this morning. And I'm back. I'm glad. Thanks, Tom, for filling in for me. And thank you always, Mark, for being here.
What interesting discussion yesterday.
Well, I thought that was the perfect morning coffee question.
Well,
Is a hot dog a sandwich?
Well, we went into that for about 10 minutes. Then we launched into ooey gooey butter cake for 10 minutes.
Another good topic.
Two topics to talk about.
Perfect with morning
I
coffee.
gained 3 pounds just listening to you.
Well, you probably lost it last night. What an incredibly jam-packed and meaningful city council meeting, and the mayor wasn't there.
You know, I'll tell you, I drove my golf cart out here this morning, and that sun, it must have been the sun making other drivers weave in around me. I don't know.
How fast can you get that cart going? Wow,
It
that's just unbelievable.
Well, the
how
cat's
much-
away, the mice will play.
I have noticed over the last couple of weeks, because this has been, it's been coming, okay?
Yeah.
I've noticed at the different car lots around the town.
Exactly.
Side by side, golf carts. They're starting to creep on the lots.
They knew it was coming.
They knew it was coming.
It's
Two no votes.
They wanted to go with the chief of police, Kalkleisure, had made a recommendation of only 3 crossings, I believe, possibly 4, and they wanted to go with that and then tweak it from there. But they were obviously outnumbered by the ones that wanted to cross anywhere, any 90-degree angle.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
So you can cross anywhere.
Except First and Main and First and Delaware, because that's state highway.
Still a state highway.
But,
so we've got that. That's in. And we have to go through a process now if you want to
They
do
were
that.
discussing it, and all of a sudden this motion come out in a second, and boom.
Wow.
It's
Wham,
law.
ma'am,
It
thank
was-
you, ma'am.
It was interesting. $150 to get you on the road for the license and inspection.
That's for a year, so
Yeah.
that's
and
not,
It's
Chiefs-
150 every year?
yeah, 150.
Chief
every year.
Kalkleisure said he will issue a news release whenever he's ready. Don't go out there today
No,
because
I'm playing through here on Delaware.
They're not ready, and
I bet you 10-1. We see somebody driving a golf cart around somewhere.
It's Fairfield. Of course
You
they
handed
will
me
be.
this report, and this report I think is significant. Ken, tell us what you took from it.
Storm Kolak with HLR Engineering. And first of all, how great is it to see 2 local young men
Colin
get
Dunn
up there,
and
both within in engineering, both up there addressing their home city council, basically.
agreed. Makes
I like
me very
that.
proud.
It's awesome.
So essentially, Storm.
We have a call?
We do have a call.
Oh,
this
go ahead.
morning. Okay. Good morning. You're on Morning Coffee.
Yeah, you're talking about the crossings on the state highway, the First and Main, First and Delaware.
Yes.
Would that include 7th and Main and 7th and Delaware? Because that's a state highway too.
No. 7th is not a state highway. Well, they can cross it at a 90-degree angle.
But they can't
It's
because
93 though, right? So
Wait.
that 1545 run through on Main and Delaware.
It does, but you can, like you go from like CDC over to Ellen Moore, you can do that because that's 7th Street. You're crossing 45, but you can cross it, but it has to be at a 90-degree angle.
Okay.
Okay.
You can't drive down it, but you can cross it.
Oh, okay.
all right. Thank you.
Clear
Thanks
as
for-
mud.
Yeah, thanks for calling.
for calling.
Appreciate it. So in this document that I'm holding in my pork burger stained hands, it says essentially, go build that reservoir.
Yep. Refill the reservoir.
That's great news, and for infinitely less than what the advertised price was supposed
And
to
he
be.
said estimated $450,000. That's with a software program that they use. Now he did throw some caveats in there that that doesn't include engineering fees. If they get in there and have some soil
Right.
mitigation or have to bring in some dirt, there's a lot of things.
What does this have to do with the fact that they're designated as wetlands and dealing with the Corps of Engineers?
They'll have to.
That's another issue.
They'll have to bank some property.
Okay, all right. Well, I mean,
They're
that's-
experts at that right now.
So here it is. I mean, so that's something he said that will help with the drainage problem.
Yeah, it won't solve it, obviously, but that and some clean out work.
Okay, so this one begets the next issue, and the next issue is, I said last week, I think it's time for them to make a decision on Atkinson Forest.
And Alderman Brett Cole brought that up last night, and I think he's exactly correct. They need to give them an answer. Are we going to proceed with city assistance, or are we not going to proceed? These people deserve a reply.
They do.
I agree. Okay, one other thing before we get into the,
Bucket of bunk.
Bill Arthur is back home.
Yay.
Great.
Bill,
that's good to hear.
We obviously mentioned that last Wednesday. We were talking about him, and I had no idea that he had suffered a medical issue and received a text. But we wanted to clarify it before we said anything.
Right.
But wish him the very best. There's no finer person than Bill Arthur.
I think he has the silkiest, most listened to or listenable voice I've ever heard. Just a magnificent
Yep.
radio voice.
And he and Sharon look the same as they did when I moved here. It's amazing.
Well, he's back home, and so
Good.
God bless him, and I hope he
Absolutely.
gets better from there. All right, I've got the bucket of bunk.
We want the bunk.
We do.
Give us the bunk.
Well, I'm going to give it to you right now. For August 14th, David Crosby is 77 years old today. Of course, a singer, musician with Crosby, Stills, and Nash, also every once in a while young.
Yeah.
He was a founding member of that group, by the way. Joined the Byrds in 1964, where he gave Bob Dylan his first big hit, number one hit. Remember what that was?
The times they are a-changing.
Nope, Mr. Tambourine Man.
Mr. Tambourine Man.
He joined Buffalo Springfield, and then he formed CSN. Neil Young joined at Woodstock, and then he left a little bit later. Crosby wrote Lady Friend, Why, 8 Miles High. He's a Rock Hall of Fame member twice. Melissa Etheridge, the singer, she announced a few years ago that David Crosby was the biological father of her 2 children. She's married to a woman.
Yeah.
They did it through a test tube,
Right.
but she has 2 of Crosby's children.
Okay.
And he's got 4 kids overall. 4 kids with
I would imagine
3 mothers.
judging from the talent they're involved with Crosby and
Oh,
Melissa
you'd think they're
Etheridge, they are
musicians.
going to be very talented.
You would think. Steve Martin is 73 today.
Wow.
Man.
Yeah. I remember him in the 1960s when he was just a young writer for the Smothers Brothers Comedy Hour. Successful stand-up comic, an actor, a banjo player.
Did you know just a few years ago, 2009 or 10, he got the best bluegrass album award?
He and the Steep Canyon Rangers.
They're great.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I've
they're
not heard
great.
them.
Yeah, they're really good.
Earl Scruggs was his mentor.
Yes, he learned how to play that
style.
That style. He was, of course, known best for The Jerk, The Three Amigos, one of my
Yeah.
favorites. King Tut. Remember King
One of
Tut?
the
yeah.
funniest Saturday Night Live sketches ever.
Always came out wearing that arrow
Yeah.
over his head.
He's one of 2 crazy guys.
Wild and crazy guys.
The Steep Canyon Rangers, are the bluegrass group that you mentioned. He also, I saw him at the Fox. He did a show with Martin Short. That was just fantastic. 2-man
I bet
show.
that was hilarious.
It was really good. Very good. He was married to Bernadette Peters back in the 1980s. That didn't work out. He was married to another actress, Victoria Tennant. They divorced. Finally married to his current wife, and he had a daughter in 2002. Now, 2012. For a moment, he's 73.
2012. So
Yeah.
you've been like 67, 68.
9 years. She's 9. The daughter's 9 years old. Got to keep working, right? Susan St. James is 73 today. Remember her? She was an actress in Kate and Alley, as well as McMillan and Wife. She was the wife in McMillan and Wife.
Okay.
With Rock Hudson.
That's right. My favorite movie role that she had was with George Hamilton. I believe it was George Hamilton. Love at First Bite.
Oh,
You
yeah.
remember-
Yeah, I do remember that
Just
one.
hilarious. 1979. 3 kids. Or excuse me, 5 kids, 3 husbands. Irvin Magic Johnson. His
Really?
birthday's today. Of course, Michigan State, the NBA, Lakers for 13 seasons. He was a 5-time NBA champ, a 3-time NBA final MVP. Do we have a caller?
We do.
Go
Good
ahead.
morning. You're on Morning Coffee.
Hey, yeah, I hate to interrupt your bucket of bunk.
That's okay.
40, but I really enjoyed the Foreigner concert tickets that I won from you guys.
Oh, well,
And the
good.
wife. It was awesome. I mean, if you get a chance to go see them, it's well worth the trip.
It sounded, they sounded good.
Oh, they did. It was excellent stuff. And then, I mean, it was just great. It had a lot of lights. I almost fell out of my seat there one time.
Boy, I didn't need to go. I got your Facebook Live feed, and it was
Yeah.
awesome. Thanks.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Thanks for
thanks,
sharing
sir.
that.
Thank you, sir. Take care. All
Bye.
right.
Okay.
I'm
Bye.
glad you enjoy that. Every once in a while, we'll throw some tickets out there. Talking about Magic Johnson, 2010, he was on the Dream Team. Of course, remember the whole fiasco back in 1991 when he announced he was HIV positive.
Yes.
And people wouldn't play against him because they were afraid that, sweat and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So, anyway.
That was back in the day when there were a lot of misconceptions about
right.
HIV.
I think he's still a member of the ownership team for the Dodgers, if I'm not mistaken.
He is, as a matter of fact, I believe.
Yeah, he was a high-ranking Laker official, but I think he ended up putting money into the Dodgers. Halle Berry is 53. She's a pretty fine 53.
Oh, Halle Berry.
Yeah. Academy Award winner.
I think that is the one actress.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Kind of take the froth off
Was
your
it
lips
she
there.
Catwoman?
She did play. Well, that was an unforgettable role. But the suit looked good on her, though.
I think we've hit his sweet spot there.
Halle Berry. Yep.
She won the Academy Award for Monsters Ball in 2001. She's the first African-American woman to win lead actress ever.
Really?
Yeah. First runner-up in Miss USA pageant back in 1986. A Bond girl.
Yep.
She was in Die Another Day in 2002. That was with Pierce Brosnan.
Didn't she wear the same swimsuit that Ursula Andress wore?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Coming out of the Bay in
Coming
Cuba.
out in Cuba. Yep.
That's right. Isn't it amazing how we know those kinds of details?
I was going to
you
say,
know.
that's, well,
Well,
It's
we
eerie.
are detail-oriented guys.
We know our bunk.
That's right.
We got some bunk in the trunk.
That's right.
All right. Well, she got charged with leaving the scene of an accident here not too long ago. A little bit of trouble. Married 3 times. One of them was a baseball player.
Yeah, David Justice.
That's right. She's got 2 kids. On this date, August 14th, in 1896, gold was discovered in Canada's Yukon Territory. Guess what
There's
happened next?
gold in them hills.
30,000 people descended there.
Yep.
1935, FDR signed the Social Security Act into law, and all of us are going to be raking in the money because of
We're
that.
reaping the benefits.
Yep, not too far away from me. 1941, U.S. Congress proposed and appropriated funds to construct the Pentagon for $83 million. That was a lot of money in 1941.
Yeah.
You ever been in the Pentagon?
I have not.
You?
I have.
Pretty interesting.
It is.
The miles and miles and miles of hallways and some interesting displays as well. 1945, announced by President Truman that Japan had surrendered unconditionally. It's VJ Day, the anniversary of VJ Day from 1945. In 1953, it was something really significant in all of our youth, I'm sure. The invention of the wiffle ball.
Oh, yeah.
You guys do a little wiffle ball?
Absolutely.
Yeah, I
did
played a lot of
tons.
wiffle ball.
I played tons of it. The only thing I could throw was a curve.
Yeah.
That's
well,
it.
I think it's hard to throw a wiffle ball straight.
I think it's
you're right.
impossible.
Yeah.
I loved it. Boy, I enjoyed. I played lots of wiffle ball. 1987, Mark McGwire set the record for Major League home runs by a rookie when he connected on his 49th home run. That was pre-Juice, I think. I want to believe that.
That was pre-Cardinals, too. He was
Yes,
with
it
the
was.
A's.
Yes, he was. With the Bash Brothers, if
Yeah.
I'm not mistaken, with Jose Canseco.
I will never forget that game when Jose Canseco had the ball bounce
Bounce off his
and
head
go
over the
over.
fence.
Yeah.
That was one of the all-time greats. 1956, a Washington D.C. DJ, Bob Rickman, created the Society for the Prevention of Cruelty to Elvis Presley.
Okay.
I didn't know that we were. Don't be cruel.
Okay.
There you go.
All right.
1985, Michael Jackson outbid Paul McCartney and Yoko Ono for the Beatles records, the ownership of the Beatles albums. He owns it. Michael, I don't know who owns it now. He paid $47.5 million for the rights to more than 250 songs written by Lennon and McCartney, John Lennon and
Why
McCartney.
didn't he allow McCartney to buy that?
I don't know. But
You know?
is there I guess he does.
He's got two kids.
He's got kids. Yeah, remember?
One is Prince.
And
One
the other
is-
was
Pauper.
Yeah, I don't know. I can't remember the other
Prince
one's
and
name.
Paul. 1992, Wayne Newton filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy protection in 1992. So things have gotten better.
Too much plastic surgery.
You think I think Wayne's had a little work done?
He has had. All right. Well, now the question of the day was always, of course, provided by the great provocateur, that being Ken Odie on Wednesdays. Question of the day: do you think the Fairfield Park District tax should be extended to include the Fairfield Community High School District? I got into an interesting discussion at dinner about this topic.
And to go further on, should it also be included with, Jasper, New Hope, all the other school districts too?
Well, it is. I mean,
Well,
that's
that would be the
encompassing.
FCHS district.
See, you see,
Oh, that's true. You're
saying-
right. That's true.
It would
Okay.
mirror it.
I
It would
understand
take
that.
in Jeff and Jasper, and it would go down as far as Mill Shoals, right? I mean,
Yeah.
because
Right.
So I mean, this would be interesting. And I'll tell you what I
think
heard.
think of what a shot in the arm that would be to the park district.
Exactly.
Monetarily.
Where did you come up with that?
It's been discussed before.
All right. Well, we'll tell you what our listeners think about it right after we take this time out in morning coffee.
You check things all the time, like your email every 10 seconds or your ex's Instagram. But what about checking something as important as your credit? Well, Discover makes it quick, easy, and best of all, free. Discover is now offering FICO credit scores to everyone for free, even if you're not a customer. And checking your score won't hurt your credit. We call it the Discover Credit Scorecard. And once you know your score, you should check to see if your current credit card is the best fit for you. Check your credit, compare your card. Go to discover.com/credit scorecard. Limitations apply.
You knew the risks when you decided to drive drunk. There could be a crash. People could get hurt or killed. But that didn't stop you, did it? You knew you could get arrested. You could incur huge legal expenses, and you could possibly even lose your job. You were well aware of the consequences of driving drunk. But one thing's for sure. You were wrong when you said it was no big deal. Drive sober or get pulled over. This message brought to you by NHTSA.
Are you interested in a full-time job with great benefits? Champion Laboratories in Albion is hiring to fill fork truck, machine setup, and assembly positions. Champion offers a competitive wage with pay increases, paid weekly, and benefits, including insurance, paid holidays, vacation, and 401k. Champion has a variety of opportunities for you to personally grow and advance. If you are willing to work any shift and have an interest in a full-time job with great benefits, you are encouraged to apply today at Champion Laboratories in Albion. Champion Laboratories in Albion is an equal opportunity employer.
All roads lead to game day. Carnaby girls are celebrating back to football, back to school. From tailgate parties to the stands, you'll be cheering on the Fairfield Mules, Fighting Lions, or Flora Wolves all season long. Every team has their own tradition and fan base. Check out Carnaby's cute twist on their super popular Lucky Bird directional tees. Available size small through 2X, starting at just $30. Find Carnaby Square on Facebook for all your team's game day designs.
Tired of high-priced service calls? At Finley's Refrigeration, I take pride in answering all calls and giving prompt, courteous 24-hour emergency service. We service all brands and will install high-quality new equipment to keep your home or business comfortable all year round. We accept all major credit cards, checks, and cash. Save yourself a lot of money and a lot of heartache today by calling or texting Finley's Refrigeration for all your cooling and heating needs at 618-599-9888. That's 618-599-9888.
Hi, this is Bill Stevens with another time capsule quiz. Which month and year was it when Bill Clinton was elected president?
The American people have voted to make a new beginning.
Fire swept through England's Windsor Castle. Phil Donahue celebrated 25 years on TV. Richard Petty retired after 35 years as the king of stock car racing, while in the comic books, Superman died. We also said farewell to country legend Roy Acuff. Riddick Bowe took the heavyweight title from Evander Holyfield. Barry Bonds won his second MVP award. And here's what the new music sounded like. Okay, when did we first hear all this? The answer and a piece of the top song from the month and year are coming up.
If you're looking for a new doctor, look no further than the new SSM Health Provider Finder. Search for physicians online based on conditions and treatments, name spellings and pronunciations, and locations near you. What's more, SSM Health doctors are known for taking the time to listen and connect with you. We call this the healing power of presence. You'll find this helpful tool at ssmhealth.com/doctors.
November 1992.
Boys to Men, and In the Still of the Night, the top song of November 1992. This is Bill Stevens for tcapsule.com. Back soon with another time capsule.
You decide because you know where you belong. Wabash Christian Village in Carmi for short-term inpatient rehab. You decide because you know where you belong. You decide. Wabash Christian Village in Carmi, Grace Point Rehab, 382-4644.
All right, time for that question of the day.
Question of the day provided by the great provocateur Ken Odie, who's with us in the studio on Hump Day, KO Wednesday. Do you think the Fairfield Park District tax should be extended to include the Fairfield Community High School District? Interesting, straightforward question, I thought. We had almost 1,500 people that looked at it. 148 voted, and it won 80 to 68, which I thought was very interesting, to say the least. Aaron said, no, maybe 1% of the town uses the golf course, and that will be where the tax money goes. If the added revenue would be used for the actual parks, then yes. So that's an interesting comment, and that's what I heard last night at dinner, quite honestly. Exactly almost the same thing. Roy says, no, because I don't want to fund the golf course, which was defunct prior to the park taking on the responsibility, which only a few participate in. Now, having a golf course is nice, but we also have other needs. I'm sorry, I misread that. The park district has other needs, is the bottom line, right? Besides the golf course. Stacy said, no, because I don't feel supporting the golf course.
And I don't think it's an, I don't think you can pick and choose. I mean, because that money,
it's part of
tax money will go into the general fund, and that can be used for anything.
And correct me if I'm wrong, I think the golf course is right now is basically breaking even.
It's close.
Yeah,
it's closer than it ever was.
The report last month said that they actually made some money.
Right, they have. They're looking for a new groundskeeper, greenskeeper, I guess it is, and of course, there's a group of people that run the pro shop. This is essentially the park is taking care of the maintenance of the 9 holes, and of course, that's because we tried 18 holes and it didn't work.
10. We have 10.
We have 10. You're right. Yeah. The island. I forgot about that. Anyway, last from Ryan, if the Fairfield Park District will use the additional tax money to bring back the old lake, well, we're just talking about that earlier this morning, and to help control flooding issues, and use the money to develop the Atkinson Forest, another thing that came up earlier, for water retention ponds to help further control flooding in conjunction with the city, then yes. So there's conditions to whether or not people want to support that.
Mm-hmm.
So what was your purpose? Why did
It's
you?
been brought up before because, let's face it, not everybody, I can't say that. A lot of people use the park.
Yes.
But a lot of people don't pay for it.
Mm-hmm.
You want to go out and have a picnic and you live outside the taxing district, I'm paying for it.
Yeah.
Why not kick in a few bucks?
Yeah, what you're saying is if you want to reserve a shelter,
mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I think
if you
live
have to pay
inside
for
the
that.
district, you don't pay. If you live outside the district, you pay $20,
Yeah.
$25
It's,
or whatever to reserve it.
But I mean, they're going to have to address some serious issues at the swimming pool.
Yes.
They're
talking about
there.
they're going to have to do something with the kiddie pool.
Mm-hmm.
It's not in good shape, but everything else, the pool's for its age is in
when
relatively
everybody says,
good
well,
shape.
let's put in a splash pad at Lakeside, let's do this, let's do it. Folks, it all comes down to money.
Sure does. Well, anyway, so that was an interesting response, I thought, to an interesting question. Thank you very much.
And they
again.
get the most out of every nickel they get.
They do.
Chris does a great job out there. In,
And
the park board.
Go further. The board,
Yeah.
the members of that
That's
board.
a thankless job.
It sure is, and they're there every month,
Yep.
and they're dealing with issues. And I go many of those meetings.
And the good thing is they have some veteran people on that board that have been through the ringer with that park and all that. So the
reason
know
I
what
started
they're
going
doing.
to those board meetings because they were dealing with the Kontiki. You know what I mean? And I thought they made the decision they had to make there as well.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Did you see this video of Chris Cuomo, the CNN correspondent? Oh, my goodness.
Fredo?
Yeah, yeah. Yes, he's the brother of the governor of New York.
Mario.
Yes. No, Mario was his dad, wasn't
Andrew.
it?
Andrew.
Yeah,
Andrew.
So, I mean,
okay.
it's a part of a family. It's a family.
Mm-hmm.
It's a family of politicians.
The Cuomo family.
And, of course, you're familiar with The Godfather.
Yeah.
The 1972
You're
movie.
going to vote for me, or you're going to be wearing cement shoes.
Sleep with the fishes.
And Fredo Corleone was the older brother, but he got passed over when the Godfather died.
Yeah.
Michael became the Godfather.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so, and in the end, Michael knocks off Fredo.
Well, there were allegations of that.
You have no direct evidence.
No.
He swims with the fishes.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyway, this guy walks up, and I'm going to just say on one of the other stations here, we have an afternoon host who constantly refers to this CNN correspondent as Fredo. Okay? So this guy walks up to the CNN anchor, Chris Cuomo, and he's, it looks like it's honest. It doesn't look like he's trying to insult him.
Yeah.
He walks up to me and says, "Hey, Fredo, how about a photo?"
Oh.
And Cuomo comes unhinged.
Hey, you need to YouTube this, folks. This is worth the search.
I'm taking out the expletives.
Well, there's nothing left.
Go ahead and read it.
Punk expletive from the right calls me Fredo. My name is Chris Cuomo. I'm an anchor at CNN, is what he started by saying. For the conference, Cuomo said, I, expletive, ruin your expletive. I'll expletive throw you down these stairs like an expletive punk. You're going to call me Fredo? Take an expletive swing. And this is all on video.
Oh.
CNN standing by. It's all on YouTube now. It's trending.
You think?
To say that.
It's
So he
lost it. I mean, he
Even the White House got involved in this, which they probably
White
shouldn't
House?
have. Yes, they did.
Hard to believe. President Trump tweeted about it. Who would have thought that?
Always find a fire to throw some kerosene
That's
on.
right.
Okay,
Yep. Mm-hmm.
That's pretty much it.
I think he said it's a good thing he didn't have a weapon in his hand.
It's terrible. Okay, Wendy's. Is that one of your favorite places?
Wendy's is okay.
How about you?
Frosty.
Yeah, the
I love
Frosties.
them.
Frosties are
Yeah, the
pretty good.
Frosties are good.
Wendy's is
I
giving
can't
away.
afford to eat at Wendy's.
They're expensive.
Yeah,
We used to have a Wendy's here, didn't we?
Sure did.
sure did.
Lost
yeah.
it. That's where the bank is now, right?
Yep.
Okay. I remember Wendy's. I remember their chili. That's what I liked.
Chili baked potato. Had a little variety in their menu.
They're giving away 2 million spicy chicken nuggets. The number is a tribute to the 2 million people who helped get the item back on the menu. Apparently somebody wanted it, started a petition,
And got it
2
back on.
million spicy chicken lovers put it back on the menu.
Speaking of fast food,
Yeah.
I saw yesterday where Chick-fil-A is adding a new side item to their
First
menu.
time since 2006.
Yeah.
What is it?
Mac and cheese.
Mac and cheese. Who would have thought that with the amount of kids in that place?
Oh, yeah.
I could eat that until I found her myself.
I'll tell you what. It's one of the best fast food places going.
Oh, yeah.
Bar
Absolutely.
none.
You know, we went to the ordination of a minister at the LDS Church on Sunday, Denise Trotter, and they had a meal afterwards, and they had fried chicken. It was sort of my farewell to fried chicken for some period of time.
Right.
And it was delicious.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, "Where did you get it?" And the answer was an utter surprise.
Mach 1.
Yeah.
Mach 1 has some good chicken, let me tell you.
I couldn't believe it. Oh, we went to a filling station, and it was delicious. It was really good. Of course, anything fried is
That's why
really
you go in there
fine.
and play the gaming machines.
There
They're
you
all
go.
slick with grease. You have a hard time grabbing them.
I need something to wipe down the lever.
Power wash it every
That's
night.
right. People going in there with greasy lips. Director chronicles flight aboard empty plane. A director and cinematographer says he landed the trip of a lifetime earlier this month. This guy had the whole airplane to himself when he
saw
flew
that
from
last
Aspen,
night.
Colorado to Salt Lake City
How
on
does that
Delta
happen?
Airlines.
How does that happen?
Aspen to Salt Lake City.
Doesn't sound like a popular.
Yeah, not a real popular flight, probably.
They had a personal boarding announcement. He got on. The pilot told him he has choice of the seat that
You
he
see them
wanted.
they had to load sandbags on the plane for ballast.
No.
Yeah.
Well, I guess that's true. I mean,
To-
they put
to
me
compensate for
on the way back
the
from
wait.
Seattle. I was on one side of the plane, and everybody else was on the other side.
Speaking of that,
Uh-huh.
we went down to Shawnee Forest on Saturday.
Yeah.
And we went down to the E-Town River Restaurant.
Mm-hmm.
We didn't stay because it was so crowded.
Right.
But the restaurant, okay, we go walking out there. The restaurant is actually leaning because there were so many people sitting on that deck. I mean, it was. Let me give you an indication. We're walking up, and it's like this.
You mean it's not like that all the time?
no.
No,
Just when
there
there's
were
that many people?
there were so many people on that deck eating that it was, you know.
There's your
probably-
sign. There's your
It's
sign.
probably a good 6 inches to a foot down on one
If
side.
you're over there and your wife says, "You're gonna have to help me get out of here. I have to walk," and then all of a sudden it levels out after you've left that wing. There's your sign.
Yep.
The pontoons were down far enough that on the one side, there was actually water over the deck.
Wow.
Instead of one of the little bowls of water to wash your hands, you just reach down to the floor.
Wash your hands.
I'm sitting there, I'm walking in. I've got to brace myself so I don't, start rolling off the side of the boat.
Do you either one of you? I know you do, Turner. Binge watch TV?
Every once in a while, I will.
No, you can't watch
Ain't got time for
several
that.
episodes in a row. You're retired, man.
I'm busy.
Well,
He's thinking up questions.
yes, he
I got to keep you in quads.
That's right. Binge watching episodes of your favorite shows does no favors for your brain, according to an expert. It's important to recognize that the brain is not an isolated organ. It responds to its environment. When we binge watch, we create an unhealthy environment for the brain because we're sitting for a long period of time, isolating ourselves from social activities, and eating large amounts of unhealthy food.
Doesn't do too awful much for your midsection and your lower half
Right.
of your body either.
Nope. This expert likens the instant gratification of watching episode after episode of a show to wanting to continue gambling even after you win. I tell you what's happened to us. The show that we watch right before we go to bed,
Yeah.
I can tell whether or not my wife is going to have nightmares.
Really?
Yes. If we watch a particular show, we've been watching this mini-series, Yellowstone.
Yeah.
And he's sort of the godfather of Montana.
Yeah.
Is it Kevin Costner?
Yeah.
Kevin Costner kills somebody every episode.
Yeah.
Two or three people.
No, he never
Or his
kills
sons.
anybody. He never kills
He tells
anybody.
people. It's like the Godfather.
Yeah.
We watch
he
that.
He never gets involved in that.
If we watch that and then go to bed,
Nightmares?
for her,
Really?
not me.
My wife has been binge watching Mission Impossible, the old Mission
Yeah.
Impossible.
Really?
It's on Amazon Prime.
Yes. Let me tell you what we're watching on Amazon Prime and binge watching. 48
Yeah.
with Kiefer Sutherland.
40,
Yeah, that's a
48? You mean
great show.
24?
Yeah, it's 24.
I watch it twice.
You watch it twice. You got to grasp it all, Mark, so you watch it twice. Yeah, I missed that the first time.
And every once in a while, I watch 12.
48.
There's 48 hours.
Well, I was thinking there was a show
24.
called 48.
There
and He
is.
said
No.
Kiefer Sutherland.
48
I was
hours.
like,
48
that's-
hours.
That's a different show. It's 24 that I watch. Thank you. Oh,
He's
by the
really
way,
into it.
let me tell you this. Before we go any further, I just have to say this.
Well, that study holds true because he's binge watching.
Yes, I am. Right. All right, I'm going to put away the bucket of mud because I got to say this.
Uh-oh, he's guilty.
Uh-oh.
Let me get
Confession
you a
time.
box.
I'm just going to say this is I couldn't believe it. I'm driving to Vincennes yesterday, and I'm on Enterprise Road, and I'm listening to this radio station. I'm listening to, let me tell you, I think Jeff Vaughn does an incredible job. He's very good, and he's reading a story, or he's introducing a story by the Illinois Radio Information Service about medicinal marijuana. Okay, and
Oh, yeah.
and they're going through because they've signed. The
law's been signed.
The governor signs this 2 bills. He signs 2 bills at the state fair, and they're going through a list of the things that marijuana. And before we go any further, I am not a medical doctor. Okay, I just want to make sure everybody understands. But they go through the list of things that it heals or that it deals with. Osteoporosis. Okay.
No, osteoarthritis.
Thank you. 48.
'Cause I caught that
24.
one too, yeah.
All right. Irritable bowel syndrome?
I heard that when I'm going,
What?
my first thought was, when I heard that, was, oh, I'm hurting in the midsection.
I've got IBS, but I don't care.
I don't think it solves it. I just don't think you care.
Yeah, you just don't care.
Oh, my midsection hurts.
I've got an irritable bowel, but I don't care. Pass me those Cheetos.
And the second law says students will be able to get their allotments at school.
Oh, yeah, another one of the conditions was anorexia.
Yes. Oh, because you're going to get munchies.
That's right.
If you,
Okay, I can see that point.
I do. I give them that.
Yeah.
It could
I
solve anorexia.
I called Andrew Diesel yesterday and bought Hostess stock.
But I just couldn't believe it. I thought it was. I thought in 1975, when they were funny, Saturday Night Live would have a field day with that.
They sure would.
That's hilarious. And the second one was it made it possible for advanced nurses and physicians' assistants the ability to be able to dispense it for kids at school. And I just remembered it didn't seem to be a problem when I was in college in the 70s for for people to get their hands on it. I had no idea that they might have had irritable bowel syndrome.
That's right.
But it was solved.
Reefer
It
madness.
seemed that they were always administering the medicine at the Eagles concert at Mississippi River Festival.
Yeah.
Nobody there had any IBS. God, I couldn't believe it.
Imagine there was probably a little bit at the Foreigner concert.
Now, listen to me. I'm sure that medicinal marijuana, it works. I'm just saying the list, the list of the different things that this thing is supposed to be able to, I can understand pain. I understand that totally. Glaucoma? I mean, some of the things that I hear that it's supposed to, that you can go get your allotment.
This last Thursday night at the county board meeting, a gentleman rose in the public comments and spoke for a half an hour on why
an hour?
Yeah, why the county should opt out of not dealing with any type of
Not
sales
selling,
of marijuana.
yeah.
And it was interesting.
Well, I said I don't want. It's not going to matter. There's not going to be anybody selling it in Wayne County anytime soon.
No,
I mean, you're going to sell it in places like Carbondale, where it will be very popular. They're going to be selling it in the St. Louis area, maybe up, Effingham, Springfield. Yeah. But they're not going to come and sell it. Nobody's going to get the cost to be able to sell it.
He made a comment that I find interesting, and maybe someone that's listening can clarify that if we wanted to open up a morning coffee dispensary, we want to open up a little weed shop.
Wait a minute. There's an idea.
Out here on the hill. And we go to the bank.
That could help business.
And go in and sit down with one of the bankers, loan officers, and say, we want to do this. He said they can't loan money for that because it's still
it's not legal
federally illegal, so if they're FDIC insured, so they couldn't do it.
That's one thing. Second, it's a cash business because the banks won't deal with it.
Because they've got these special vehicles now that they haul around their money.
Right.
That's what this gentleman was saying.
And you understand there was a pretty big hit out here west of town with money from
video gaming. Yeah,
video gaming. But the back to pot and selling it. It's a cash business, and the taxes on the front of that are going to be unbelievable to be able to get in. And so, I mean, my understanding, you saw where Edwards County is going to get 500 jobs out of this.
Yeah.
I don't know where they're going to get them, but
I don't either.
Yeah.
Well, I know quite a few people that will volunteer. They're on our mugshot page.
Now, we were told yesterday that people who work at the marijuana plant over there, they have a card.
Yeah.
That if they get stopped by the police, because when you leave working there, you smell like marijuana.
Well, and that's another problem. The other problem is, how do you? There's only a certain amount that you can have. Police dogs will hit on that, right?
Sure.
Well, how do they know whether they have to then find it and weigh it to be able to find out if it's against the law?
Yeah,
right?
I mean, it gives you probable cause to search the vehicle, but
police are going to go to the trunks. They're going to pull out a little baggie, and they're going to pull out a little scale,
and they're going to weigh it and say you're arrested or good luck. Have a nice day.
Yeah.
It's an interesting life we live.
I've had this conversation with my son, and marijuana's it's no big deal anymore.
No, it isn't.
No, it's nothing.
No, but let me tell you something.
Heroin, that's a different story. I mean, lots of heroin around, and
my understanding is heroin will help your bowels too.
Really?
A little bit of H will help you. It'll tighten you right up.
Well, okay.
I'll tell you what, if it involved a needle, there's no way I could do it.
No, I'm diabetic. Wouldn't be a big deal to me.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of needles. So, all right, we got to have trivia.
All right.
Speaking of Kevin Costner,
yes, you have him in your trivia.
I have Field of Dreams trivia.
All right.
You saw that
coming up.
They got a game. They're going to do a game there.
Yes,
so.
they are.
Yep.
Who is it? The White Sox.
White Sox and the Yankees.
The old Black Sox scandal will be reviewed.
These are multiple choice, but I'll not go into the choices.
I think we're going to be okay.
I don't know that we're going to need
Oh, okay. Where did Ray and Annie go to college? What did Ray major in college? Number 3, what is the name of Ray and Annie's daughter? Number 4.
I don't know, she swallowed the hot dog sandwich.
Number 4.
It was a sandwich.
Number 4, where is Ray when he first hears the voice?
No.
Number 5, what is the first thing the voice says to Ray?
Mm-hmm.
Marijuana cures irritable bowel syndrome. Number 6, Ray tells Annie, let me back up here. Number 6, Ray tells Annie his father used to tell him that Shoeless Joe Jackson's glove was where triples went to die. Which position did Joe play?
Oh, I know that one. I know that
Number
one.
7, after hearing the voice, Ray turned off what movie that his daughter was watching at the kitchen table?
Boy, these are hard.
These are hard. I think I got a good handle on a few.
Number 8, who first saw Shoeless Joe Jackson in the baseball field? Number 9, what former 30-something star plays Annie's brother who urges Ray to sell the farm before the bank forecloses on it? Number 10, what was the subject of the PTA meeting which Ray and Annie went to?
Boy, these are hard.
Yeah.
We'll have to talk about this because I don't know that I can.
And if we get through those, I have more.
Oh, we're going to have a rough time getting to
mind.
those. All right, we're going to have a break, and we're going to come back with trivia with Ken Odie on Morning Coffee.
Simply Enough has discounted certificates on the Big Deal Store. Pair that with a buy one, get one free on select scrubs or the half-price shoes and make your money go further.
When you think of everyday great deals on love seats, recliners, and sectionals, you need to think of Boyd Furniture and Mattress Center in Wayne City. Boyd Furniture and Mattress Center has some of the best deals in the area, and they have them every day. Shop Boyd Furniture and Mattress Center. They'll treat you right. Here's what's going on Saturday, August the 17th. The Jeff Ruritan Club is hosting a community breakfast from 7 to 9 a.m. at the Ruritan Building. The menu is biscuits and gravy, sausage patties, scrambled eggs, hash browns, pancakes, orange juice, milk, and coffee to drink. The cost is by donation, and everyone is welcome. Hope Ministries Food Pantry and Jeff will be distributing food and commodities to the community on August 17th from 9 to 11 a.m. And there'll be a free back-to-school carnival at the Wayne City Church of God on Saturday, August 17th. It's from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. There'll be a water slide, obstacle course, kiddie play area for those aged 3 and under, games and prizes. There'll be something for the whole family to enjoy, free hot dogs, chips, snow cones, and popcorn. All area schools are invited to come out and get wet.
Big games, breaking news, and behind-the-scenes stories. This is Bill Pollock, your host for the Big Ten Today each weekday here on WFIW. The Big Ten Conference is legendary and we'll keep you updated. From football to basketball and everything in between, the Big Ten Today gives you exclusive access to news from every Big Ten program. Tune in weekdays for the Big Ten Today right here on WFIW AM 1390 and 103.3 FM, your News Talk connection.
The Infinity 20 air conditioner from Carrier combines the energy efficiency of Green Speed Intelligence with the convenience of Infinity controls. The system only uses the energy needed to respond more precisely to your comfort needs. With reduced temperature swings, improved dehumidification, and ultra-quiet operation, the most advanced line of products from Carrier just got a lot cooler. Carrier, turn to the experts. Call Sam or Kara at Complete HVAC and Plumbing at 445-3329 and ask about replacement Carrier cartridge filters at discounted prices.
It's here. The Big Deal Store is online and waiting for you to shop and buy gift certificates to local businesses. Go to your station's website, WFIWradio.com, and click on Big Deals. Here you'll find dozens of gift certificates for places like Three Chicks Fudgery, Act Tire and Auto, Boyd Furniture and Mattress Center, and Bullard's Farm Market and Bakery. You can shop 24 hours a day and save tons of money in the process. But you better hurry. You never know how long each deal will last.
When we think of a real estate agent, we think of somebody simply selling our home or finding us a new one. I mean, they're all the same, right?
Okay, here's the comps. We'll take some pics, we'll post them, and I'll get back to you, okay?
A home is life-changing, and your real estate agent should reflect that. Honesty, integrity, and someone who will go above and beyond to make your dreams come true.
Hometown Realty. We're different because you're different. We want what you want. Experience the difference today. Call us at 842-7510.
Time for that Fairfield area weather forecast. Mostly sunny today, high 88. Clear tonight, low 62. Partly sunny, 82 tomorrow. For Friday, cloudy skies, 85 the high. Partly sunny, 90 on Saturday. And for Sunday, partly sunny with a high 85. Overnight low 69. Yesterday's high was 89. Just under an inch of rainfall yesterday morning here on the hill east of Fairfield. Currently, humidity at 86%, winds are calm, pressure at 29.97. Right now, sunshine, 77 here at the WFIW studios east of Fairfield. Radar looking very good this morning as well. Nothing showing up anywhere in the state of Illinois in terms of precipitation.
You know, Field of Dreams I've revealed before, and you might want to ask for my man card after this.
Oh, good
Odie.
Lord. He cries.
I cried. I cry every time I see him play catch with his dad at the end of the movie.
Okay.
I tear up. I'm sorry.
All right.
I do want to mention something before we go any further. You had John
a hot
Julius
dog
on this week.
is a sandwich by definition.
If you look in Webster's.
You had John Julius on this week?
Yeah.
Yes, I did.
Yeah. He's a college basketball official.
Yes.
And he got an OVC assignment this year.
Good.
So-
I didn't. He didn't mention that.
No,
He thought
he
would
wouldn't mention it because he's a very humble individual. But
he said that
very deserving. He does a great job, and
that's incredible.
congrats to John.
That's really good. That's
It is.
Division I.
It is. That's awesome. He did a UE game last year.
Yeah,
right.
that's
He
what
said
he was
that.
telling us.
He's in.
Well,
So-
you know, we were talking about Ed Hightower over in Edwardsville. He would be a superintendent of schools in Edwardsville. 4 o'clock, he'd have a plane waiting for him at the airport in my hometown, Buffalo. He'd get on it. He'd fly to Lawrence, Kansas. He'd be there by 5 o'clock. He'd do the game on Monday night, Big Monday on ESPN. He'd fly back and get home by 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock. So anyway,
Good man.
congratulations to Dr. Julius.
Absolutely. All right, number one. Where did Ray and Annie go to college? Do you guys want those choices?
Yeah, give me the choice. You know?
I think I know. Is it Berkeley?
Boom.
Good
I'll tell
job,
ya.
buddy. University of
Actually,
California
you
at
didn't
Berkeley.
say that right. It's boom shakalaka.
What did Ray major? It's boom, irritable bowel syndrome.
Yeah,
What did Ray
IBS.
major in college? Phys ed, history, American studies, or English?
English.
English because of Terrence.
Correct.
Yeah.
What is the name of Ray and Annie's daughter? Karen, Millie, Rachel, or Susie?
Karen.
Correct.
Good job.
Where is Ray when he first hears the voice?
He's in the corn, isn't he?
He is.
He's in the corn stalks.
All right. What is the first thing the voice says to Ray?
Build
Go the distance. What are you doing in Iowa? Ease his pain, or if you build it, he will come.
Ease his pain.
Oh, you're right. It is Ease's pain.
No, it isn't.
Build it and he'll come?
Yeah.
Really?
That was the second time, I guess,
Okay.
they said Ease's pain.
Okay, number 6. Ray tells Annie his father used to tell him that Shoeless Joe Jackson's glove was where triples went to die. What position did Joe play?
Number 7, left field.
I would say left field, too.
Correct. Number 7, after hearing the voice, Ray
Because
turned
Hap
off.
was in center field for the 1919 Sox. Hap somebody or other, I think.
To hearing the voice, Ray turned off what movie that his daughter was watching at the kitchen
You guys give
table?
me choices. Do you know?
Yeah, I don't. I got to have choices.
Oh, was it the one? Was it the one with Poltergeist? Was it? Was it a?
No. Well,
We don't have choices.
Just tell us who it is. What it is.
I don't know because I cut off the correct answer.
What choices are
If
there?
you know the
Doctor starts A Wonderful Life, The Wizard of Oz, Mr. Smith Goes to Washington, which none of those are correct. It's this other one. Anyway, never mind.
Never mind.
Number 8. Who first saw Shoeless Joe Jackson in the baseball field?
Was it her?
Ray, Ray's brother-in-law, Ray's wife, or Ray's daughter?
His daughter, I think.
And what did she say? Anybody remember?
He don't have no shoes on.
Said, Daddy, there's a man out on your lawn.
Yes. Okay.
All right.
You know, I
number-
think Shoeless Joe. A lot of people believe that he got framed because he played great in the World Series.
he got railroaded.
Number
Anyway.
9. What former
What
30-something
a great
star
movie, though, by the
Oh,
way.
it's
Eight Man
and his
Out.
brother
Oh, my goodness.
who urges Ray to sell the farm before the bank forecloses on it?
Timothy Busfield.
Correct.
We can
What
do
was
that
the
in
subject
stereo.
of the PTA meeting which Ray and Annie went to? Starting a baseball program at the high school, building a new school, book banning,
Book banning.
expanding the
It's
curriculum.
book banning.
Correct. Want to go ahead?
Go ahead.
keep going.
Number 11. Ray talks the writer Terrence Mann into going to a ball game with him at what major league park?
Fenway?
No, it's in New York. Yankee Stadium.
Says Fenway.
Oh, Fenway, really?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
All right.
Because Terrence Mann, he always talked about Ebbets Field, right?
Yeah, but I was pretty sure it was Fenway.
All right. Where do Ray and Terrence Mann go to look for Archie Moonlight Graham?
Someplace in Iowa. isn't it?
Oregon, Minnesota,
Minnesota.
Kansas, or Ohio?
Yeah, Minnesota.
Yep.
He only had one at bat.
Old Doc Graham.
What does the young Archie Graham do to cause the pitcher to knock him down?
He winked at him.
He winks at him, yeah.
Correct. What book is Terrence Mann reading in the bleachers when he begins his wonderful People Will Come speech? Catcher in the Rye, Shoeless Joe, The Natural, or the Baseball Encyclopedia?
Baseball Encyclopedia.
Correct.
I love that movie.
Yeah, that's a pretty good one. Haven't seen it for a while.
Where is the actual field located?
You said that on the news yesterday.
Dyersville, Iowa.
Dyersville, Iowa. That's correct.
So I mean, it's there. People go and see it.
Yeah.
Now it's going to be even more famous.
They're going to build an 8,000-seat stadium.
Around it.
Around it.
Temporary, I assume.
Temporary. So that the Yankees and the Sox can play.
That kind of takes away some of the uniqueness of it.
I don't know, but 8,000 seats, I mean, that's just...
What are they going to do with it after the game?
They're going to take it down.
Yeah, I think they're going to take it.
This is a temporary thing?
I don't know. Why? If I was them, I'd want to keep it, and I'd start marketing it and have everybody come play on the Field of Dreams.
Oh, yeah.
Wouldn't you? I mean, if I was that Chamber of Commerce, wouldn't that
I'd
be
be
a
all over
sweet
that.
thing?
Oh, yeah.
You could have people
High
come
school
through all the
baseball
time.
teams,
Well, I know
college baseball
I
teams.
have friends that went there, just on a. Let's go see what it looks like.
Anybody watching the Little League World Series?
No.
I am. I love it.
Oh, yeah, that is yeah.
Except the kid that hit a double the other night and got on second base and does this and wiggles his rear.
He's going to have to learn different. You know, guess what? There'd be an ear with a baseball in it if you'd done that 20 years ago.
I do that with my grandson up there in Effingham when he's playing football.
Right.
When he scores.
Yeah.
I told him, I said, you better hand that ball right to the official.
You know what I always tell him?
You better hand it right to the official or I will be on the field.
You know, we always tell them, act like you've done it before.
Yep. act like you've been there.
Yeah.
And speaking of that, you've been here before and you're going to be here again, I hope.
Well, we'll see.
Appreciate your covering the city council for us and doing a great job in that.
You know, if people need to go to those meetings.
It's a lot going on.
It amazes me.
A lot more coming up, to say the least.
Yep.
Ken Odie here on KO Wednesday, and we'll be back tomorrow morning. Thank you, Ken. Mark, take care.
See ya.
News, talk, sports, and classic rock. This is the station listened to, not just heard. 104.9 WFIW FM Fairfield, Illinois.
Time now for the news, brought to you by Boyd Furniture and Mattress Center in Wayne City. Visit Boyd Mattress Center and take a rest test. 20 models on display. 895-3000.
Fox News, I'm Joy Piazza. New reports suggest the correctional officers assigned to check on accused child sex trafficker Jeffrey Epstein were asleep on the job.
The New York Times reports that one of them was a former correctional officer who had been working in a different position but volunteered to return for overtime pay, while the other officer had been ordered to work overtime